Hello guys, I'm Katvalk and I'm back with another ScrawlrBox, and this is December's one, which means that I've been opening these for a year now, and this I am very excited about. As you can see, it's really thick, so it's packed with a lot of stuff. So yeah, this is a monthly subscription box that is filled with delicious art supplies. So I'm gonna open this and take a look at what's inside and show you, and then I'm gonna try to make something with this, so stay tuned for that. And if you would like to try out the ScrawlrBox yourself, there is a link in the info box below. So let's open the box. So the first things as usual are a sticker and a candy, and I love these ones, they're one of my favorites. And the featured artist of December is Rebecca, and I don't know if I can pronounce her last name, Leclerc perhaps. And she made this amazing mandala looking planet space illustration, it's really pretty. And we have the list of all the supplies that's in the box and information about them. And on the other side we can read about the Scrawler challenge, and this one I am very excited about. Today I will use all the supplies that's in the box to create my very own coloring page. I always wanted to do my own coloring pages, so I'm really looking forward to that. So to the first supplies in the box, and these are Spectrum Noir Colorista markers, and I got one orange and one yellow. And these are alcohol-based markers, and what is a little special about these ones is that instead of one wider chisel nib and one regular bullet nib like regular markers has, these have one fine and one even finer bullet nib for more detailed coloring, and they have this really weird design on their caps just to make them harder to close, I guess. And next we have another dual tip marker, and this is a Sakura Identi Pen. It has one fine fiber tip and one finer plastic bullet tip for even finer details. Then we have something I am very excited to try, and this is a Spectrum Noir Sparkle Pen, and this is supposed to be filled with glitter. It is a brush pen that has a real actual brush as a nib, and I really love these kinds of pens. I'm gonna remove this green seal here so I can take a look at the glitter magic. Yep, there is a lot of glitter in this one. And then we have these Spectrum Noir Colorista color pencils in a set of 8, and I actually didn't know that Spectrum Noir made color pencils too. I only thought they made like markers and such. These are wax based, like Prismacolors I think, and I got them in 8 bright lovely colors. And it says on the info card that these should work on a variety of surfaces, including foiled paper, which leads us to the next supply, because there is even more in the box. And this is a pad with 20 coloring pages, also from Spectrum Noir. It has a bunch of butterfly designs, and there are 4 foil designs and 4 glitter designs, and I don't know why, but it just makes me so happy. These kinds of things makes me so nostalgic. It's like coloring pages and glitter. I'm like 7 again. Speaking of nostalgic, they have also included a Spectrum Noir tutorials and tips CD-ROM, and it also says here that please note this CD-ROM requires an internet connection in order to access the content. Yeah, if you need internet to read this disc, then you should just put it on your website directly. So it is nice that they include tips and tutorials, but my computer doesn't even have a CD-ROM drive, so. Then the last things in the box, and this is a color page based on the featured artwork, and also some empty paper sheets to make your own color page design on. So that is all the stuff in the box, and I think it was a very generous box this month, so I can't wait to try out all the supplies, so let's go! My first impression of the color pencils was that they seemed quite soft and pigmented. They do remind me a little of the Prismacolor pencils. The 2 Spectrum Noir markers were okay, I think, but the yellow one started to get streaky almost immediately, and I couldn't really see that much difference between the fine and the finer bullet nibs. The glitter pen wasn't very visible at first, but it gave a very nice shimmery effect if you tilted the paper. So I had a lot of ideas for this coloring page. At first I wanted to do some sort of mandala inspired animal creature, but I ended up with this eye flower octopus thing instead, and it was pure luck that it ended up with 8 arms as an octopus has, since I didn't really count them when I made a sketch. I wanted to include a lot of details, so there would be a lot of things to color. I didn't use the paper that was included in the box since it was a little wrinkled when I got it, and I do really dislike drawing on wrinkled paper, even if it's barely noticeable. It is a little like using clothes with holes in them or eating a cold pizza. It has just lost all its magic. Then I filled in the sketch with the Identi Pen, and I did enjoy making the line art and I like the look of it, but I don't know if I like the pen itself that much. It was a little too rough to use for my taste, but it gave a very nice pigmented line art that stayed pigmented even after I erased on top of it. Also, if you would like to color this line art yourself, there is a link in the info box below to where you can download it. So a free coloring page just for you. Feel free to tag me in it if you post it on Instagram or Twitter. I would love to see it. I thought I would make an extra video when coloring some of the coloring pages that was included in the box, like a little relaxing bonus video. I wanted to do one of the pages with glitter on it, but when I started coloring it with my markers, the glitter part was really hard to draw on. It was like sandpaper, and it does say that the glitter part could be colored over with alcohol-based markers, which I used, but I didn't want to risk destroying the pen nibs on the rough surface, so I decided to just skip the whole thing. Then to the coloring. The pencils were quite nice to work with, they were easy to blend and gave a very nice vibrant result. However, what lowered the score for these ones a bit is that after I sharpened the pencils, the nibs broke again and again and again and again. And one of the pink pencils and the turquoise one, I sharpened so much I got blisters on my finger, and the pencils became a lot shorter than before. Really waste of materials, I didn't like that at all. I don't think I have any favorite supply in this box for once. They were all okay, I think, but the shimmer pen was quite nice though. But what I really liked with this box was actually the challenge itself, making the coloring page. I had a lot of fun creating this piece, and now I want to do even more coloring pages. I did actually start a coloring book project back in 2013, but it didn't get that far really. Maybe I should pick it up again. And if you would be interested in trying a ScrawlrBox yourself, there is a link in the info box below. I think it's a great way to find out about and try out new supplies. There is also a link to where you can download this coloring page if you want to, and don't forget to share it with me on social media. Then I finished everything up with a touch of shimmer. It's barely visible, but it looks great when moving the drawing. The only downside is that it took forever to dry. Perhaps I should have made a thinner layer. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching and keep drawing my happy cats. Bye!